No dance in this episode. Hello, everyone. My name is Chris, the Comic Vet. Hope this live stream finds you safe and well. Happy New Comic Book Day. This will be the second last New Comic Book Day hangout we have for 2022. I am planning on going live next Wednesday. And, hopefully some of my brethren join me. So those of you who are catching this on the rewind, we appreciate your time. It's about to bring in my friends and family. And Rob is up first. He's not having a good day. But, Rob, how are you right now?
Yeah, well, I'm here with you guys, so there you go.
All right. Jim, looking handsome. And the guy who's...
It's more this.
I know.
We're not doing that. And the guy who's still dancing backstage, it's TW.
Yeah, TW.
Yeah, I'm not dancing. Yeah.
Who's got the most snow? Taylor?
I don't know. Not today, but I mean, there's some on the ground. We're expecting I don't know, anywhere between 4 and 12. So,
yeah. Jim?
0.
Yeah, I won't even ask Rob. But
what's snow?
We're gonna get rain instead of snow, they say.
Apparently, it's supposed to be Armageddon here on Friday. And when they say Armageddon for Ontario, that's usually a bad thing because we get snow daily.
Well, when I hear them say that you can get out of your if you're driving,
you know what I mean, Chris? You'll have plenty of time to stay home from work and watch The Princess Bride. Because we only got 10 days till the end of the year. We swore you'd watch it by.
I'm just driving to the LCS.
No
I'm hearing the news.
Oh, you declared in the first calling out. You're like, I'll watch it by the end of the year.
I will wait for Remy to edit this and see if I did say that. Remy seems to be hanging me out to dry lately, but let's get into the chat. And gentlemen, Las Cruces has returned as the first. Las Cruces 1971, James, hope that you're doing well. And Brother John has joined us from Virginia. I'm sensing a theme. And I just got a pop-up that I can't remove from McAfee. There we go. And so, of course, I had to say hello to the chat. Jean Malot has joined us. Jean, hope that you're doing well. And he is in Quebec, I believe just on the other side of the Ottawa River. E-Man has joined us. E, hope that you're doing well. And Villains Unite. In this case, it's Henchmen. Right, Rob?
That's right. And apparently I'm going to be spending Thanksgiving with E-Man again because they announced basically that Fan Expo San Francisco is going to be in freaking Thanksgiving weekend again and possibly for the next 4 years. That apparently they signed a 5-year deal for that weekend.
At the same venue? Like, did they?
Yeah, the same venue and for 5 years on the same weekend.
I'm sure they got it for cheap.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what happens when a Canadian company moves in. They don't care about Thanksgiving.
They didn't realize that it was American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Nobody said,
"Hey." They just don't care. Like,
they will when the guests keep flaking because they don't want to show. They want to spend time with their families
or the guests. But yeah, Coco loves Chevy. Hello from Tennessee. Tennessee is one of the most beautiful places on earth I've ever been. I love the Smoky Mountains. Comics by the Bay. My man, how's your hair? Is it growing back in? Are you keeping it like me? Are you keeping it high and tight like
Matt,
Rob?
you let that grow back. You did your part. Good job.
Troy, hello from Ohio. Hope that you're doing well. I spent lots of time in Ohio collecting with Durs. Hello, my beautiful people. Durs has been checking out all my content lately. Yeah, Durs, where are you? He's been checking out a lot of my content.
Where are the beautiful people?
Oh.
I mean, you looked at the panel, right?
Well, do I need to strike that pose again? Okay. Durs has been putting out a hell of a lot of good content, as has Comics by the Bay. Everyone, make sure that you check out these up and coming channels. They are fantastic. Chris from Retro Rocket is joining us. Hello. We are going to be talking about Chris in a few moments. He runs my local comic shop. Chop and Drop, again, one of the beautiful people in the comic book community, always says hello on everyone's chats. Make sure to always check out comments. He always leaves a comment on everyone's videos. I appreciate Daniel. And we love you, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
We tolerate you, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
You love me like hemorrhoids. You just wish there was an ointment to make me go away. You're gonna have to invite me to a family celebration when you have a DJ or something, and I will be busting out the moves there and then.
Okay, I gotta write that one down. That one was good.
I say you never heard that one before.
That one. Oh man,
Morgs, my man. Spidey is joining us from the other side of the planet. We appreciate your time, my man. And he dropped some very cool videos lately, and he's been starting to show some of his collection when it comes to his statues. Make sure you check out the Mad Spidey YouTube channel, everyone.
He has no snow.
It
Yeah, no
snows in
snow.
Australia.
Not in the summer. Not where
No.
he's at. Wow, that was a
No,
weird.
this is-
Why'd my voice
yeah.
change like that?
Yeah.
He did a Peter Brady.
Oh,
Oh. It went from and where he is at in Australia went from hot to damn hot.
yeah. No snow. It's summer here.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything.
Can someone translate this to me?
0.
Yeah, 0.
This is free. This is the freezing point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I work in that. That's nothing.
No, that's
Yeah, but
fine.
he's
That's-
in Florida.
that's only
Unless-
warm weather.
unless-
He's in Florida.
He's in
Yeah.
Florida. He could be telling you that that's Celsius temperature. It is Florida. We don't know.
Well, if
Yeah,
it's
he's
32,
doing
I'm walking
32. He's
around
saying
and-
it's going to be 32 degrees in Florida.
Either way, it's
Yeah.
balmy warm.
Yeah, that's cold for those people. I mean, that's
I'm
when
out of
they
this.
pull out the big parka and
Yeah.
Oh, you're heading to paradise for Christmas. Is there anything left of that crater?
For
For those of you guys who don't know, Paradise, California was the town that got wiped off the face of the map a year ago during the big fire, one of the big fires, or maybe it's 2 years ago. But there ain't much left there in Paradise, California. But it's
he might be meaning Mexico.
Oh, maybe, or maybe Hawaii, or any number of other places, I suppose.
Painted Pages, nice to see you. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate your time. My man Art, hope that you're doing well in Michigan. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hope to meet you one day. Let's see if we can get together. What time drinks to the show? Yeah. I wants to travel that weekend. Thanksgiving weekend is madness. Durs is in Ohio, right? When you guys think of this song, do you think of the hardcore riff or do you think of the lyrics? Beautiful people.
Oh, I definitely think of Marilyn Manson, but
No, but I mean the
Oh,
riff.
I think of both the riff and the
Yeah?
yeah.
And that's all there is to that song. There's nothing else. What else? I don't know what else you're fucking talking about, Chris.
It's all relative to the size of your steeple.
Steeple, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see the forest through the trees, and you can't smell your own shit on your knees.
You pick as long as it's eclectic. I'm in. And Roscoe has joined us, my man Roscoe. That's my impersonation. Hope that you're doing well. And Freaky Louie, my spider brother. Hope that you're doing well. Rob, were you close to that? I heard about a pretty significant earthquake in California.
238 miles away, sir.
Okay.
It's about 400 something kilometers.
Okay. But I still have no idea. So would you feel an aftershock?
You don't know.
for that?
You don't know what.
And we'll get into
400 is?
aftershock as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
live on the Canadian Shield, man. I feel nothing.
Right. So a 6.5 earthquake is one I'll actually bought as a Californian. We do actually talk about them because they are significant. Usually anything less than a 4 is a fucking joke to us. But well, you could feel it if you were up and around because it happened at like 2 a.m. You could feel the tail end of it. It was felt about as far south as where I'm at in San Jose, but we don't. We were asleep.
Okay.
So no. I woke up to alerts on my phone saying because we have an earthquake alert system here in California that tries to give you 5 to 15 seconds of warning.
Would you go under a table or would you go outside if there was going to be a big one?
So usually what happens here in California, despite everything we've been trained since kids, when an earthquake happens, we all stop. And we just go, oh, is that an earthquake?
Then you kind of ride it
or
out.
we sit there and do nothing until it gets to a certain level of shaking. And then we go, oh shit, that's a real legit. And then maybe we'll go to a door frame or crawl under a desk.
But Rob desperately hugs his wall of books to try.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you've ever seen the opening of LA Story, or you can just Google earthquake in LA story. It's a Steve Martin movie. Basically, they're all sitting in a sidewalk cafe. Somebody from outside of California is there as an earthquake happens, and all the Californians are just sitting there.
Larry,
As their fucking glasses are moving around the table. They're just picking up their glasses and continuing on like nothing's happening. That's us.
E said he slept through it. Eli said a few seconds felt forever. Larry said that he thought it was the wind at first. And I've only ever been a part of an earthquake once. I grew up in a high-rise building on the 15th floor. And I can remember my mom saying, "What's that?" And we looked at the drapes and they were kind of swaying.
Mm-hmm.
But it was February and there was no way that the windows would ever be open. And then they stopped. And they put on the news and it was like the lead news for a week that,
Like a
Toronto
2.5.
felt something. Now Quebec, I'm sure Jean can back me up. Quebec feels a little bit more earthquakes because they do have a mountain range through it, whereas Ontario is generally more flat. And like I said, Ontario's on top of a shield that encompasses the northern part of North America.
Yeah, we got
So
Yeah. For us,
yes.
it really depends. How you feel it and everything else also really depends upon which fault line goes, because we have different fault lines that react differently. We have slip strike, and then you have subduction and induction and stuff. And the ones that are slip strike that move side to side, those are the ones that you feel the most. The subduction ones can be ultra violent and damaging, but they tend to not last as long. They tend to be like a sudden jolt, and it also depends on how deep the earthquake is, and the type of material that you're on. So, like if you're living in an area where it has a high concentration of bedrock, you don't feel much. Like when the big earthquake happened in 1989, I lived only 7 miles from the earthquake. But we lived up in the mountains on bedrock. We felt hardly anything. We lost like 2 glasses. That was it. Whereas San Francisco, which was like 70 miles away, lost bridges and all kinds of stuff because they were built on fill. And when it shook, just like when you shake a box of cereal, whatever, the water filled into the soil and it liquefied and it amplified the shaking action.
Yeah, I think Larry said probably the most positive thing about the whole experience this week. At least no tsunami warning this time.
Yeah,
And
well, tsunami warning.
Eli apparently is over in Oaktown.
Yeah.
All right. So
Bay Area hoodlums.
So to go from something that's
the Berkeley comic show next month.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a little educational for myself. Now let's talk about something a little bit more negative. As most of us have heard, Aftershock Comics has now filed for Chapter 11, and we could probably all pick out 2 or 3 titles that we enjoy from that brand, or pardon me, from that publisher. Guys, just yes or no. I'm going to go around the table. Yes or no. Can they dig themselves out of this, or is that it? TW, I'll start with you because I know that you're probably the biggest indie reader on this panel right now. Are they finished?
I don't know their financial situation. I mean, they don't have their whole model seems to be around like getting books licensed to turn into movies. So they haven't paid their creators in a god's age, I guess. Either.
Yeah,
So I think they're screwed just from the PR perspective alone. So.
Yeah, that was a laundry list of names. Unfortunately, all the big titles that I feel they have. We Live, Beyond the Breach, what's the Bunny Mask?
Bunny.
None of those creators have been paid. Jim, what do you think? Yay or nay? They're finished.
Well, I mean, they use a bankruptcy simply to, control what little money they have left. So, it's a defensive thing. It's a business thing. Are they, what they did to the creators bad? Absolutely. Will there be more guys around the corner that will be glad to have their books published? Certainly. And they won't care. They just won't. They'll go, hey, man, I've got this great idea for this great book. Okay, we're going to give you $12. Great, because I'm finally going to be published. And I can tell my mother that I spent all that time working on that book, and they're going to publish it for me. And they won't care because that's business. Is it sucky? Absolutely. Will they pull out? I'm like Taylor. I don't know. I mean, the money, it depends on how deep in a hole they are. If they have any liquidity that they can keep salvaged, then great. They might come out of it. But if not, they just, that might be the price of what's going on with the economy and, people not respecting.
It's not like they're a household name to almost anybody either. So I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Like I always screw them up with AWA, so I could never keep track of them. So.
Yeah.
Now bankruptcy here in Canada works a little bit differently. But Travis, do you think Aftershock is finished?
I think so. I kind of disagree with Digger Jim on the fact that somebody will want to go work for them after that. Like, I don't think people will second guess it and be like, no, maybe not. Maybe I won't get paid for it. Maybe it won't even matter. And us as buyers, are we going to go support that? We're going to support that because every time we're putting money in their pocket, or they're paying their creators for that, or we support the creators, or we support the company. So I don't think I would want to buy any more comics from them just for the simple fact that they're not paying their creators.
Right. I'm not saying I'm going to buy them. I'm just saying the reality is there are people out there that would be happy to go and try something, Travis, just because they haven't gotten a shot. And they're willing to even do it, even if they risk the fact they're not going to get paid a major amount of money. Or I mean, I have to think some of those creators got paid in the beginning. And as time went on, issues started to occur. So I don't know. I'm not trying to defend it. I don't think it's right. If I put a product out there and you purchased it, pay me my money, and I'm sure the creators can get a lawyer and they can all tag team to get whatever money they can at the end there.
That there was a quiet rumor floating around that there was a party that was going to try and swoop in and buy the company or buy out some of the head, or I guess potential owners, or those that have stock within the company. And this was the way of trying stopping that from happening. Rob, what say you? Yay or nay?
Don't know, but because you brought up the Canadian, is this company a Canadian company or are they American company?
They're American.
Okay. Then like Digger Jim said, look, bankruptcy, depending upon what chapter they filed,
11.
is a protection thing that just halts creditors from being able to go after them while things are sorted out and they can restructure while they can continue to do business. So those companies go into bankruptcy all the time and come out of it oftentimes better than they were before. It is going to protect them from any kind of hostile takeovers. It's going to ensure that their creditors that they have there first is going to be up to the judge, depending upon what they, like Digger said, some of their assets, what do they have, what their structure is, what the settlement is, as far as making sure that what do they come to with their creditors. Because usually what ends up happening is you come to a company you owe money to, and you'll say, hey, look, we're in this bankruptcy. You try to work out a deal. Okay, fine. We'll take 25 cents on the dollar. What you got. Great. And then you settle up on what you get, what you can out of it. And then the company's able to move forward from there. As far as we talked about though, with bringing in talent, that's obviously the big difference, right? Because Marvel went through bankruptcy in the 90s. It may impact your ability to bring talent over to some degree, although right now it probably won't, because now the judge is involved looking over what you're doing, not only on what you're making sure that you're taking care of your current obligations while they work on the past obligations. So, they're under a certain scrutiny level. So you're more likely to get paid right now.
Right.
For your stuff you do today. Now, anything that you have on the table that's behind you, you gotta wait. You gotta wait in line with all the other creditors.
Right. It just depends on how much money they had. To be honest with you, I mean, there's a big difference between Marvel and Aftershock. I mean, I think Marvel wasn't hurting that bad.
Well, that's why we have
Marvel
Fox movies
and Spider-Man with Sony.
But Marvel was able to do that because they had assets worth something.
Right. Correct. They had serious IPs where personally, to me, the two biggest IPs that I would think Aftershock has is We Live and Bunny Mask. And I only really think one of them is transferable to a different medium, i.e. television or to film or animated film. Yeah, I don't think Bunny Mask.
I think it's not more transferable than We Live. We Live to be a giant blockbuster. It's a property if it to be done right, and nobody knows about it outside of comics. So,
but
We Live, you just need somebody with a pliers pulling teeth and a chicken a rabbit mask, and you're good to go.
You mean Bunny Mask?
It sounds like a B movie of the week, if you ask.
Well, I'm not saying it's to be well done. I mean, it's
we'll give it
comic makes no goddamn sense to begin with, so the movie doesn't have to either. Just make it an A24 film and call it a day.
I hope that this is not a sign of the times. As we all know, This is not an American recession or even North American. This almost feels like we're slipping into a global recession. I hope that this is not going to be something that we're going to be hearing about over the next 30, 60, 90 days. AWA Upshot and Heavy Metal Comics, and then into Boom Studios.
Sure.
Like I sure don't want to see that happen. I hope that this is legitimately something where they're going to halt the brakes on their creditors, try and pay their creators and move forward that way. Because if they don't, word spreads fast on the comic book community, and the Miranda brothers apparently haven't been paid in a long time. So, but yeah. Now let's get into something positive. Let's switch over to New Comic Book Day. And thanks guys for offering your opinions on this. Brother John is pointing out something that's relevant. Yeah, Eclipse went through bankruptcy back in the day, but they did not, I wouldn't even say really recover. I don't think they recovered, period.
No.
In my opinion. And but yeah, look at Valiant, and I honestly thought Valiant would be the first to fall.
Yeah.
Like, I rarely do I see their stuff on the shelves right now. But yeah. So I walked into my comic shop today. I always send them my pull list and everything. And the comic shop I go to is located in beautiful Cambridge, Ontario, down by the river. Retro Rocket Comics. And and I walked in, and as always, Chris had my books ready for me, and I walked over to the New Comic Book Day books, both the DC, Marvel, and indie stuff, and I'm looking at it, and I forgot to mention a couple different books. When I saw them, I picked up the ones that I missed, and then when I went up to the cash to pay Chris and everything, we were talking, and the one thing I noticed was how busy Chris was. There seemed to be a lot of like couples walking into the store. So I said to Chris, you getting a lot of business this week? He said, yeah, it's been really busy this week. So I said, you getting like a lot of moms, dads coming in for shopping for their kids? He's like, yeah. I said, well, what are you selling? Because my next question was going to be, is it Miles? And he said, I'm actually selling a lot of toys, Chris. I said, oh, that's cool. And graphic novels. So it seems like parents are coming in with specific stories in mind. And when he said that, I thought that was wonderful, because word is spreading on terrific story arcs. Now, I didn't ask him what was selling when it comes to graphic novels, but I said, what else are you selling? And he said, Spider-Man, to which then I finally asked, is it Miles? And he said, yeah, I've been selling a lot of Miles. So it's something that, you know, we've talked about on this channel, and now we talked about it on Rob's channel for Sidekicks a little while ago. Miles is turning out to be the Spider-Man of this new generation.
I don't know. It sounds like you were leading the witness there.
Well,
no, if he was leading
I'm not a lawyer, but I played one on
Craven's,
TV.
Was it Craven's Last Hunt?
That would be a flat out no. But Brian, is Miles the Spider-Man of this new generation?
I think he will be.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, how many Miles Morales PS PlayStation games did they sell?
Yeah.
Like 3.
A lot.
10 million?
3 billion? Like
yeah.
But
I don't play, so I don't know.
So to further the story along, Chris then turns around, and Rob, can you blow me up? He turns around and he hands me this and this.
Aww.
And it caught me off guard. So now my father, who's probably looking down on me, is about to shake his head, because my father was one of those guys that did not allow kids to open stuff before Christmas. So I'm sorry, Dad, but I'm gonna open this up because I'm sure it's something to do with retro. And let's see what Chris gave me.
Oh, I hope it's porn.
So bad.
Okay, so it just says the holidays are here, and Chris, warm winter wishes for the season of bright, happy moments to share. Have a wonderful Christmas, Chris at Retro Rocket. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now, like I said, he did have this wrap for me. Let's get into this.
It doesn't look like a comic.
If this is a Rob's Fat Stacks t-shirt, I'm going to be very impressed somehow that it made it into the country.
That's a good thought. I should have thought of that.
That'd have been funny.
Oh, man. Well,
Nice.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
It's like
try
he
it
knows.
out.
It's like he knows you.
It's like he
So
knows
I
me
think-
and pays attention
Well,
when I purchase.
If you spend $10,000 or more at your LCS this year on something that's killing the children, you should pick up a free
Marco.
T-shirt.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this bad boy, shall we? All right.
Nice.
I like it. I like it a lot.
It's the first vertical panel ever done in a something that's killing children property.
Easy now. Easy. But let's get into the comic book day, shall we, boys? Chris, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you and your lovely wife, Kelly. It's nice to be thought of. I appreciate that very much. As always, I lead with the franchise. This is Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt, issue number 2, that Web of Spider-Man number 1 homage. Was it Charles Voss that did it? Charles Vess?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah. And one of the best Spider-Man covers of the 80s, in my opinion, Web of Spider-Man 1. So, yeah, this is a very, very cool homage. And, Rob and I have actually said this before. Of all the Spider-Man covers to homage, this could be one that you could do.
No, because that one takes skill and talent and
Right.
standard of anatomy and painting.
A limited series that I'm enjoying is Namor, Conquered Shores. This is issue number 3. This was the only copy left of the new Black Panther. This is one that I actually forgot to tell him to put on my pull list. So I ended up with the Peach Momoko one, and it's not a bad peach. It's not my favorite peach, but I do like what she was going for there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bestiality. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So since Jim was the last one to speak, I'm sure Jim picked this up as well. This is Department of Truth, Wild Fiction Special. I asked Chris if he had the Spawn variant. He said no, but
that's just a reprint, right?
Yeah. So, oh, really?
No.
I saved that for Rob. I let Rob do that
All
stuff.
right.
But yeah. All right.
Yeah, it's the reprint.
To be fair, I copied it from Taylor.
Okay. Well,
there you go.
I've
The original
ripped
Chucker.
that book.
I have to credit moves where credit moves.
No, if Rob and I were like editing or doing pretty effort for it, we'd stitch it together so it looks like I caught the book or like.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, like I threw it to him.
Yeah, but that's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah. I agree.
Interspecies
erotica.
Funny enough, Something is Killing the Children 27 came out today. Looking forward to get into the latest offering of Tynan. And my cover of the week, which I did not even realize was coming out as a variant, was this.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 1992 lives again in Something is Killing the Children.
It's like a blade. It looks like a blade book.
What is that foil supposed to be?
Her freaking knife. That's a machete.
Oh, the two. Okay, the bottom one. It was the bottom knife confused me.
Oh,
because like
that just works.
Stripes, and it's not lining up with the 3D.
This is just
awesome. That's beautiful.
Awesome. So yeah, Chris had that pulled for me, and he knows I have a hard time saying no to
I have
something.
to agree though with Taylor. Something about that book does bother me, and that is that the foily stuff, the grain goes lengthwise along one blade, but across on the other. So that's bad metallurgy.
What are you talking about? It's all flowing left to right.
Right, but one sword is going left to right, one's going vertically.
Going up like that.
So the one that's lengthwise, if that's the grain of the metal blade, that one is strong. The other one's going to break the first time she hits something.
The one going up like that should be going like that.
It's a reprint of the Bigfoot story. It's a good.
If we're gonna pick apart comic book covers, why this comics?
One?
Because the comic book cover really has nothing. Like
I don't know. It was just something that stood out. That's all.
Telling me today.
What we're saying is, if you're gonna do foil, do it right. God damn it.
Keep what you said in mind later when I show a comic off.
Okay. Hold on. So Marco's saying that it is awesome in person. The Bigfoot arc arguably could be the best stuff Tynan's ever done. That Bigfoot arc in Department of Truth, where it affects the generations afterwards of the man who claims that he saw Bigfoot, was brilliant writing. And is Erica Slaughter hot or not? I don't even look at her that
She's like 14, dude.
Yeah, I look at her as just a nightmare I would never want to cross paths with. And
every 14-year-old.
I'm here for Rob peeing in Chris's coffee.
No, I don't do that. I piss in his Cheerios and I call it milk.
Yeah. Anyways, this concluded today. DC versus Vampires All Out War. Jim's not happy with it. If you cannot make out what's on the cover there, it is the Man of Vampire Steel taking on Deathstroke, and apparently Deathstroke's blade is fine, according to Rob.
Well, it's got that nice green kryptonite glow, so it's all good.
Who did that cover?
I don't know.
Somebody who's never been in my kitchen.
Somebody who didn't read the story because Superman is topless in this. Anyways,
Alan Qua.
Oh, Alan Qua. What's up next is the final issue of DC versus Vampires. I'm presuming that'll be out in a couple weeks. And my hot pick from two cool guys who I picked was this little bit of fun. Mary Jane and Blackcat #1. This is now going into a limited series. The one shot, which was actually earlier this year, was a hell of a lot of fun by Jed McKay. McKay is at the helm for this one again.
Nice. I really like that first one.
From what I read, this does bill itself as Dark Web, but it's mostly Dark Web is a little bit of a back story to just this first issue. The miniseries that this is going to be standing alone away from Dark Web, if I understood that correctly. And everyone, the 1 in 25 beautiful cover is actually the thumbnail I used for this particular live stream. I could not find it. I'm wondering if Rob picked it up. We'll find out in a minute. Go ahead, Rob.
What you're saying is it's like King in Black. They put the name on a bunch of other books so you'll buy them, but it has nothing to do with the goddamn story. So sucker to you.
Yeah, but I like Jed McKay. So
I was probably on one book.
Yeah, we all know that you like him on Moon Knight.
But I mean, he's god awful on Strange. And
E is trying to defend himself, saying close that she's 30. I would say, yeah, she's probably around 30-ish. Is this MJ as Carnage? No.
That was King in Black.
He might be Marvel's hidden gem right now. I would like to see him take over the Amazing Spider-Man personally. And I did not know that. And Strange is amazing.
No, Switch. It's the goddamn opposite of amazing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Everybody's got an opinion.
All right.
No, but somebody let me on camera, so I'm going to voice mine.
Rob, show us what you got.
Sure. So last week there was no Marvel.
No Marvel
in my place. So it all was shipped this week. So I might have something to duplicate. But since I didn't see the Amazing Spider-Man issue 15 in your book, I assume that was something you picked up last week.
Yes. And Brian actually, I was saying, Brian
actually diet cover.
Yeah. Brian actually dropped a review of that book recently.
Purple.
Love it. He's got that wicked right arm on that.
Then it was the tie-in Gold Goblin.
Next issue is Return of the Queen Goblin.
Okay.
Just turning into a Power Rangers book.
Firefly, the big damn finale.
Is that the last issue ever?
Until they start a new series.
They didn't lose the IP to that, did they?
So no, it's just like they're redoing stuff. So these were polybagged. Now this one was the only one that was polybagged where they had an insert that to cover the cover, so you couldn't see it. So this is a spoiler, I guess. That I guess Jane's gonna die. I haven't read it yet, but
stick with the.
They stole that from Superman.
I was gonna say that kind of reminded me of the death of Superman.
That's a cool one.
Is that the Galactica?
No,
that's the Firefly.
Okay.
Serenity.
Yeah.
Serenity now.
Hey now.
Nice.
Hey now,
shiny foily.
is she growing out of his back? Like, where is she behind him?
Oh, sure. That's the foil you're going to criticize.
That's her cape right here. This is her cape.
Oh, okay. Because it just looks like more background.
See,
Yeah,
If
her
I
cape
turn
over
to
here.
the
I see
side,
it
I guess,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, so
back
this is
to
the
back.
so that's the 1 in 25.
It's almost like
incentive.
foil's not the best medium for covers and clarity.
Mm.
My Harley Quinn Legion of Bats.
Now, Rob, is that actually a story or just a book
Yeah.
of covers?
No, the Legion of Bats is the story. It's the
Story.
animated. It's the in-between seasons of the animated series.
I'm sorry,
Three girls
Rob.
in U City.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, Rob.
Nice.
I need to point
Free
out that
girls
69XXX site has shown up. There are free girls in U City. There are also free girls in U City with 2 hearts, and free girls in U City with no hearts.
I'll take it with no hearts. I want a purely transactional.
Any
Yeah.
free comics in your city?
And where's the free comics in our city?
So
I don't know. Comics by the Bay. What Bay? Is it Green Bay? Better be Green Bay.
So if you're watching the Harley Quinn series on HBO, then this is these series that they come out, these limited series runs, they take place in between the seasons. So they're best consumed in conjunction with the series, although they do stand alone on their own as a story goes, and they're a lot of fun. It's a lot like like the HBO series. It's a lot of adult content. There's a lot of Harley and Ivy taking showers together, or sleeping in or rolling around in bed together, or making a mess of Selena's kitchen together. There's a lot of them having. I think the record is in one book, in one issue, they had intercourse 4 times, but they like to talk a lot, right? Intercourse, like we are. Anyways,
Of course.
yeah, right. Anyways, I'm having fun reading that. A couple weeks ago, Gargoyles came out, but there's a couple covers that are being released. You could pre-order at the time they come out afterwards because they're very limited print runs. This was one of them, which was the Virgin variant of the Amanda Connor cover. Comes with a little Dynamic Forces COA. So the only other one I'm still waiting on is the Virgin variant of the David Nakayama. Mandalorian, issue 6.
Great cover.
And the incentive variant, not so great, but whatever.
Is that a ratio then? If it's the incentive?
Yeah, it's the 1 in 25.
Okay.
And then also this week came, since we were talking about them, the facsimile variant of Spider-Man issue 1, the second appearance of Miles Morales. So if you'd previously gotten your Fallout 4, you now have the facsimiles of the first and second.
I think it's so amusing, Rob, that you love facsimiles but hate reprints. Or
I like them for different reasons.
Printing. I know.
I like them. Yeah, well, I don't claim that I don't try to sit there and buy them and say like they're more valuable than the original.
I know. It's just
that's where my problem. I don't have a problem with reprints or second printings or third printings. I only have a problem when people say this is the third printing. It's rarer, so it's worth more money. That's where I have a fucking problem. And I picked up a couple copies to give away in the old giveaway bin.
And what show do you give that away?
Oh, well, that's a great question, Chris.
Thank you.
Every Saturday except this Saturday, just about. There's a little show that myself and the Seaman up there do, and it's called Only Slabs. And we'll be back next Saturday. We're taking this Saturday off. Instead, you can watch Remy Q and watch Only Slab or Lonely Slabs, but Only Slabs on the Rob Fat Stacks channel at Rob.FatStacks. Next Saturday, we'll be back with Comic Collector Geek. If you don't know who that is, you take a look at him on YouTube. The man has a room that is, when we say a comic wall, it is like he's tiled his walls in slabs and such. So it's going to be a hoot. Yeah. That's what I got there, Mr. Chris.
Very good, Rob. I kind of thought you may pick up MJ and Blackcat.
No, I'm not a fan of that limited series. I think it's takes the two characters and really, I don't know if they actually, I've never read one, but I just see it as it's like an eye candy book that's meant to try to get people to buy based on the two shapely women of Spider-Man's world. And while I do love MJ, I'm not going to fall for that. So,
all right, just a heads up. The one shot was terrific.
Yeah.
Jim?
Yeah. I concur with that. If I'd gotten Marvel in, you'd see the Blackcat and Mary Jane, because I would have gotten it because I love Jed McKay writing the first one shot he did. And if he's going to do that well on the other one, great, I would have it. But I didn't get any Marvel in at the store I go to, so I have to come back to that. So I have this.
Yes.
I had this, and I didn't like the way it ended, but it's not the part of the original, it's just mixed in with the 12 series thing, so I don't care so much.
So it's a money grab?
Yeah, but it's they know I'm a sucker and I'm going to grab it.
If you're a Deathstroke fan like Jim.
Yeah, I like Deathstroke.
It's an all right story, but they just try and tie the Lazarus pits into it, and it doesn't really work.
I prefer the vinegar strokes.
Yeah.
This is the cover I got, which I enjoyed, but I kind of want to go back and get one of those ones Rob had. I saw it. I just didn't want to spend the money, but I may. Anyway, I like this one because I'm a negative space type person. The last of the Dark Crisis Infinity. George Perez
you got
cover.
one.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Durs, we won't spoil it.
Stargirl, because I'm enjoying the story, so I put it on my pool. That actually isn't even the best cover. There's I almost got the B cover because it was cooler, but I said, I don't have time.
That's the cover I got. The one where you got Stripesy and that with the arm and that, and she said, I got that cover.
Yeah, I was just, it was kind of like I was. It's one of those days like Chris will have sometimes where I just ran in and said, give me everything on my pull. And then I looked and I was like, oh yeah, give me that. I know it's not on my pull, but like this Noctera isn't on my pull for some reason. I don't know why. I got the whole
it's a special.
Yeah, but because of that, it's not on my pull. So I pulled that off the wall, and then got Junkyard Joe.
I like that cover.
3. I do too. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's good. I don't know who did it, but
Jim Cafad saying thank you for the negative space Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
and,
right on.
Love the snowman cover for Stargirl. Two Tasties join us.
And then I too, this was in my box. So if this is just a redo of the story, I've already read that. That might have to be a giveaway somewhere. And then this is the Deceased. War of the
Aztec gods.
Mm-hmm. And I picked that one just because
Aztec.
Yeah. Because I like me some good ass and Tate in it. Yeah. And I thought that was cool. See,
Comics by the Bay will answer your question in a minute.
Butt plug in it.
All right. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have. Because I got no Marvel, man. I got no Marvel.
Guys, Comics by the Bay's asses. Does our LCSs include bags and boards? What you pull? That's actually the reason why I ended up choosing in the beginning Retro Rocket Comics, because he does bag and board his books before he puts it on the shelf. There are comic shops that are actually closer that do not, and I am one that hates seeing fingerprints all over comic book covers as people hunt for the best 9.8 or higher candidate through their books. Jim does yours?
Mine, so this one was the last copy, and anything that's on the wall and it's the last copy, he says you can pull it, and it does, and everything is bagged and board on the wall. Now the stuff that's in your pull box, no. Now if I go back there and say, oh, I missed issue whatever, and I go for a back issue, all of them are bagged and board. Everything in the back issue bin is bagged and board. There is no. And I really like that. I don't mind paying, if he wants to charge an extra $1 or whatever for the book, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it. So
yeah, so bag and board, all the backstock definitely, but the stuff that comes in now they put up on the shelf, and except for incentives are bagged and boarded. But otherwise, when you're doing it at checkout, you can ask, or they'll ask you if you want bags and boards, and then they'll put them in bags and boards at checkout for you. But there's a cost, right? So they whatever they're factoring in, it gets added onto it or subtracted from your discount that you get as a subscriber. But if they're all bagged and board on my shelf, that means instead of people flipping through them, now they're fucking pulling the comics out of every bag and board to check the back side of it, which is just as much of a mess. So
TW, the shop where
no. And they're so damn cheap and jackassy that I did a special order through them, and it came bag and boarded, and he pulled it out of the bag and board and kept the bag and board and gave me the book. I'm like,
that's a whole new level.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never placed a special order with you again. I kind of just let him know. I'm like, I kind of told him flat out. I'm like, that is like a new level. It's stupid cheap. So, Brian,
no, not new books, and even the back issues are just bagged. They're not boarded, which is kind of strange.
Yeah.
Now, Travis, I believe you mostly do your purchasing online, correct? So
yes,
I'm presuming everything shows up bagged and boarded for you, no issues?
Yeah, always bagged and boarded, so I don't have that issue.
Okay.
Actually, no issues would be a good name for a comic shop.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. Drews is saying that his does. Yeah. Two Tasty is saying his primary does. El Green Machine, you got to get on that, man. You got to get on that. Dr. Van Hooten's joined us. Thanks for spending a little bit of time. Feel free, guys. Free Energy's asking, for those who read Geiger, how is Junkyard Joe?
You can find out at 8:30.
There we go.
Yeah. I like Junkyard Joe. It's different from Geiger. I kind of agree with what what Marco was saying. It's just Geiger's going to be more badass than Junkyard Joe right now. Yeah, there you go. I agree with that statement.
Yeah, I kind of felt like Junkyard Joe is world building, whereas Geiger is still the main storyline. The pettiness level 11. I'm presuming he's talking about TW. Yeah, that's pretty.
My old LCS in Appleton bagged and boarded everything and had 25% off everything. So.
But yeah, Chris at Retro does bag and board everything when it arrives in the shop. He sits down at a desk inside the store actually and bag and board right there on the spot for everyone to see. Okay, let's find out what TW picked up.
All right, I got some different shit than y'all. Traveling to Mars, issue number 2.
How is issue number 1?
You could have found out a few weeks ago at 8:30. No, I tell you what. If I'm getting issue number 2, it means I really liked issue number 1.
Okay.
I mean, I don't dick around. So like, if issue number 1 was bad, it's not getting 2 shots at for me. So
Who's the publisher for that? Is that Image?
Ablaze.
Ablaze. Okay.
And it's Mark Russell writing. I really like his writing. He did. He's doing Superman Space Age. He did the 1-Star Squadron for DC. He did Not All Robots last year, which was one of my favorite minis of last year.
Yeah.
So, it's a very and you can find out how issue 2 is at 8:30. Junkyard Joe number 3, different cover. It's, I like the one that Jim got better, but whatever. So
I feel like that cover just sums up my childhood.
Yeah, walking alone with a robot hunting you in the sky.
in the winter too. You got to throw that in there. Yeah.
I Hate Fairyland Volume 2, number 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Nightwing 99. Something is killing my will to keep reading this slow ass book, number 27.
Just mute him.
The arc, this arc, I'm sure he would agree. This arc is actually better than the origin story arc and the whole farm.
Yeah, but it's still. Farm. I mean, have you read today's issue yet, Chris?
No. You will find out at 8:30 tonight.
There you go. War of the Undead Gods, number 5. It's the confusing as hell 8 cover where it's like, what the fuck's going on this one? It needs foil to really help clarify it.
Yeah, I do like the Spectre in the background though.
Yeah. Breakout number 4 of 4. And Avengers Forever number 12.
Now, why are you holding on to that issue or that series? Because every time you hold it up,
because
you're like,
I keep
screw
having
Jason Aaron, screw this stuff.
Yeah, I keep having faith
that
that Jason Aaron's going to pull out some kind of great event like he did with Thor, and I loved his Thor run, and no, so I keep forgetting shit, Chris. I don't pay attention to what I say. I have to go back and watch my own videos, and I don't have enough view hours on. I'm clearly not doing that. So.
Very good. So everyone that's watching, TW will be taking a deep dive into the books he just showed us here at 8:30 Central Time tonight. All right, we're gonna swing out to the right coast of Canada. TM, show us what you got.
All right, so I'm gonna do things a little differently. I'm not showing you guys what I picked up on this new comic book day, but what I got in yesterday and today. I got these lovely DJ Links bookmarks.
Ooh,
nice.
I think we've copied with that whole bookmark thing there, Chris.
Yeah.
Rob, lawyer up, please.
Bookmarks are essential when you can't get through all 22 pages.
Yes.
I read a lot of trades, so
DJ.
it works.
Thank you for mine.
Hashtag Link Squad, nice and shiny. And then I got the one that Iggy did.
Nice.
That is a very limited. So this is just, I'm not even sticking this on anything. This is just going.
It's really, if you just change the hoodie to purple, it's just Skeletor with a set of headphones on.
But it's done by Iggy. So.
Yeah.
I also got this in from JD Raging Cajun. It's a Violator card, nice and shiny. So you guys are showing off your shiny. So
yep,
I'll mine.
Love it.
This next thing I'm about to show you, this is freaking awesome because if you guys know, I love Kevin Smith, and JD lives in LA, where sometimes Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin go live on the Scum and Villainy Cantina in LA for Fat Man Beyond. I was actually texting JD at the time, and I saw Kevin Smith sign this card that JD got me and sent me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's awesome. As you can see. So that was fantastic that I got from JD, but he also sent me 2 comics as well. This is from Oni Press, Jay and Silent Bob 2.
Well. What a fun cover.
Yeah, it is.
That's not a donkey show.
That's the SM300.
And then Oni double featurette number 1.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yes. Every time I see Jay strike that pose, I think of Rob singing the little jingle that he does.
Then I got a few things else with for what I won from DJ Links. That's why that came in there. If you guys watched the DJ Links in the mix, he gave away a ton of comics not too long ago. Actually, I don't think it was in the mix. I think it was a different show.
No, it was in the mix.
It was in the mix.
Yeah, I won some too.
Yeah, he ripped through that big short box he had.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Hold on, everyone. When you're done here tonight, go check out Switch Comics. He's about to go live for his new comic book day haul. He usually starts around 8 o'clock. Everyone, make sure you check out Marco. He's doing wonderful things with his channel.
And he's a future guest on Only Slaps.
Yeah,
they were putting together. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is really cool. It's from Absolute Comics. It's the only Absolute Comics comic I have, and it's a comic exposure exclusive. This is White Widow, and oof.
Ooh. Wow. Oh yeah.
Wow. That looks like Jamie Tyndall's work.
Yeah, so you say I think it is.
Very cool.
And then another one I don't know about, and I don't know who AP not sure who this publisher is, but this is Gold Digger issue 77, so there's 76 more of these.
Mm.
But I actually really like this. I'm not sure, not into face covers, but I really do like this.
Mm-hmm.
Has an anime vibe.
Mm-hmm. Does have an anime vibe.
I think that's what AP mostly does is print Americanized anime, but I could be wrong.
And sad news today that Black Adam is not going ahead with the second movie, but got this freaking sexy Black Adam cover.
Nice.
He's about to come in with that mean right hook.
But I also got this one as well.
Damn.
Oh yeah. There's a lot going on that cover.
Yeah.
The one that he said that was the Omega Man number 3 at first, but it's Omega Man 27. I really do like this one. She's just waking up, and then there's some little creatures behind her about to snap her in half. And next up, I really like this. I don't have any Bombshell comics, but this is We Can Do It. Bombshell's number 5.
Oh, nice.
Bombshell.
This one's sick. This one is really cool. Doctor Strange versus Dracula, the most uncanny battle of all. And this time, we mean it, Pilgrim.
Oh, the 90s. Love it.
All right. And now, since we have a few people that are like Marvel fans and like Spider-Man fans on here, this is the comic that I was like, remember what you say earlier about like covers being weird, and just look at the size of that leg, man.
I know.
Well, it's not a woman. J. Scott Campbell knows how to draw it.
Yeah. Oh, that
Even
that's
then, he
actually
doesn't draw them proportionally correct.
that's Doc Ock stretching like that.
What number is that?
That's Superior.
It's like 30,
This is 31.
31. Yeah.
I think Rob slabbed that, and I got that from him. I'm fairly certain.
I had it in a slab, and I don't have it anymore. So.
Yeah, I think I was
is
one I
that
got
Campbell?
from you, and yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's JSC.
I think.
And if you look at the crotch a little bit, that's a pretty big bulge, man.
Yeah, I don't
That's why
look
he
at the
needs
crotch.
that extra long leg.
I remember thinking, what is wrong with this Spider-Man's leg? And yeah, it came in your mystery box, I think, or something, and I was like,
This cover I really do
You're not
like.
wrong, John, but we like it.
Yeah.
I really do like this cover. This is Strange number 4.
oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, that's cool.
So
It's Jim
Moon Knight
McKay as well, right? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's out near your neck of the woods, TM. He's out in Nova Scotia.
Well, no, he's on PEI now. He's in my closet.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay.
Signing all these books for me.
I walked right into that one, didn't I?
All right, I'm going to show that one at last because I think that's like the biggest book in this right now. Okay, we've got Secret Invasion, The Mighty Avengers. This is Bendez number 7. Really like this one.
Oh
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah.
And I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Henry Cavill is Doctor Doom. Yeah, Doctor Doom number 2.
That's a nice book.
That's awesome. That whole series had fantastic covers.
Yeah.
And the last book, nice 25 center. This is The Frankenstein Monster number 12. Frozen in ice for over half a century. He comes alive today.
Oh man.
So
Wow.
it's Captain Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. I like that
It's
cover.
Frankenstein.
Captain Frankenstein? Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain America, Frozen in Ice for... No? All right, never mind.
Coming to a movie theater near you.
Dun dun dun. Love it. Love it.
And that is it. That is what I have to show off.
Very cool.
Nice.
All right. Brian, my man, show us what you got.
So
Did you go to Midtown?
No.
Oh.
No. My local is Fourth World.
Okay.
So tune over to Taylor Winder's channel to not see the review of this book at 8:30.
No, I gave up on that hot garbage a while ago.
That's a
I
great
enjoyed
cover.
it. I don't know. I like it. Gold Goblin, number 2.
Let's go, Power Ranger.
Aliens. This is issue 4.
Whoa, that looks like
Oh.
a T-Rex alien.
What? That looks like a movie poster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had some great covers in this series.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a Frank Frazetta vibe to it.
Yep.
I couldn't find the A cover, but there was like a MASH cartoony cover of this that I liked, but I ended up going with this cover.
Yeah, because it's the best.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. And I don't know why I'm still picking this up. I read issue 1 and haven't read any more. And I think issue 12 is this the end of the series?
Yes, I believe so.
So that's what I picked up. I still have a few other books. I pick some up at my local, shop I go to on Wednesdays, and then I order some online. So I have Black Cat and Mary Jane on ordered, and the Lost Hunt Spider-Man book. I got a few others that I'm waiting on. I usually get them by like Saturday. So
very good. Very good. So is your shop is not in the city, right? It's on Long Island?
No, it's on Long Island. I have probably 5 or 6 shops within 20 minutes of me.
You are spoiled, sir.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Man.
Yeah, you've got Midtown in Manhattan, but Long Island, there's a ton of books, a ton of stores. Pretty much, you go any direction, you can run into a comic shop.
Man, we got 2, and I think I'm hoity-toity.
Yeah, Scott Snyder. He goes to my LCS. He used to, before he started. Why am I drawing a blank on it? The online that all the creators were going to.
Okay. Substack.
Substack, yeah. He used to come into the LCS in the morning on Wednesdays and shoot a little video that he used to post up on Instagram. And he'd come in and he signs books and just puts them up. The LCS puts them up on the shelf. But he's pretty regular at the at the shop. I've seen him a few times just there hanging out.
Does he show up with his kids? I know he's a family man.
I think on Free Comic Book Day he was there with I didn't see him this year. I think it was the year before he was there with his kids. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, everyone, that's our new comic book day. We're going to go around the horn and talk about what we got coming up. And then I'm going to invite everyone to please head over to Switch Comics. Make sure you check out Taylor Winder and later on this evening. Brian, what do you got coming up?
Tomorrow night, we're going to do a live stream for our Fantasy Football League. We have the Super Bowl, if you will, of the league. We have Trev, the shipping guru, versus Tylux, the mighty, in the final championship game. And so we're going to, preview that, catch up a little bit on the year of fantasy football for our league. And then Saturday, I have my Breakfast with Brian show at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we'll do a little Christmas Eve edition.
Very good. Very good.
900 subscriber giveaway video on Friday. So I'm just hit over 900. So we got some books and slabs and stuff to give away. So yeah.
Congratulations, Brian. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Now, does the team that scored the most fantasy points get anything?
Yeah, they get a gold star.
You have my address. Rob, what's coming up on the Rob's Fat Stacks Comics YouTube channel?
Well, tomorrow we're unboxing a bunch of slabs, and it's going to be out of this world.
Out of this world.
Saturday or Sunday, I will announce. I'm not going to have. I don't know if it'll be in a video. I might show up somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe I'll announce it. Maybe it'll be on Friday on Mark's channel. I don't know. I'll announce this weekend my what day we'll be doing the 1,000 subscriber giveaway thing and giving away all these slabs that are stacked up. And then no only slabs this week. Instead, I'll be watching Remy's channel so I can see Lonely Slabs. We'll flip back the week again and do some mail call stuff. So I got an AOK from Mr. Whack Comics over here that I gotta decide if I'm gonna dare open it on camera or not.
Packing peanuts or glitter bomb? What do we think?
More actually from the weight of this box. I'm afraid it's like packed full of freaking Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad thing, man.
It's really not.
It'll probably be all commons. So
you could maybe buy yourself a new Honda Accord if it's Pokemon cards.
Again, it's probably all like commons that are.
Yeah.
And even if they weren't, I wouldn't know.
Right.
Very good. Travis, my man, I got to give you kudos to the last Between the Lines with Dale. That was terrific artwork that was displayed. Dale came out of nowhere, as far as I'm concerned, and just blew my mind with his artwork. But what's coming up on the TM Nerdy YouTube channel?
Well, like you said, we just had Dale on Between the Lines over on Geek Out with Roshka's channel. This week, we will have Tyler Sucks from Whack Comics over on my channel for Between the Lines. So I'm super excited for that. I just went live earlier today to unbox what I won from DJ Links and came here and showed that off again. So if you've watched it here, then you don't need to go watch it over there. And then on the 27th, I will be doing my top 50 comics in my collection, the Biggie Shack top 50 comics. Finally getting around to that and going to show off some of the best comics in my collection.
Awesome. TW?
Tonight at 8:30, got my Cranky Comic Book Review show where I talk about all everything you just saw here. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, I've got Secret Santa Comic Book Mystery Box Exchange. Digger Jim will probably be there. It's an Instagram group I'm in. We're all doing a Secret Santa Mystery Box Exchange. So it'll be fun. You can see what we got each other. So.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Chris, that was the first chat I was ever invited to.
Yeah, mine too.
Like 2 years ago, like right at the height of the pandemic, and I bought a mystery box off of Jimmy Jam's garage sale. And I think I posted about it, and the guy said, "Hey, I have a chat that I've opened up. Do you want to join it?" And I was like, "Sure," because I had never been in an Instagram chat. And then they had like Taylor in there, and I was like, "Oh shit, who is this guy?"
That's about how I felt. Like, God damn it! What is this, like coins?
Yeah. But this was
digging and
this was so long ago. I mean, it was when
Yeah.
Slot was in there. I mean,
Yeah.
Slotted Up was in there.
Small Town Collectibles.
Yeah.
All these people that are now dead to us.
Well, they just don't. They don't comment. They don't do anything. So
I have no idea if they're doing the exchange or it's kind of
yeah.
Or some people got nothing.
It was back when one Mr. DJ Links was at like maybe 200 subscribers.
Yeah, way back.
That was a thing.
That was I was there when it was 200, like 200, and I was like, "This guy's cool," and I was like, "I like this DJ Links dude. He's all right. I like his videos. Man, I wish I could do that."
No.
And then I find out later that he is.
Yeah, that was back when I had more subscribers than DJ Links. That's how far back it was.
One thing we can say about DJ, from 200 to over 2K, approaching 3K, the dude's never changed one bit. Still the same dude from subscriber 1 to where he is today.
I think he shrank a little.
Yeah. and he doesn't sit well. He seems to fall a lot more. But either way. Jim, what do you got coming up on the Digger Jim YouTube channel?
What he was talking about, and then nothing much right this minute. I'm going down to Richmond to hang out with family. Obviously, I'm hanging out with John. Maybe I'll convince him to let's get online or do a live and show, because he's got stuff. He got stuff for him for Christmas. So
the two of you guys are gonna get together and do a video.
Maybe
on whose channel?
Maybe I don't know. Maybe mine, because I'll probably take the laptop. I don't know. We'll see. He's got everything down there. Why do I need to take the laptop? We'll do it on his. We'll see. That'd be it.
You sound like that sibling rivalry is starting to get onto your nerves again.
No. Not at all. Not at all. We should feel bad for John. He texted me the other day, and he's like, "This is my."
See, your first sentence right there. We should feel bad for John.
We should feel bad for him.
But we don't.
No, you should feel bad for John. He texted me the other day, and he's like, "This is how my morning started." And I opened the text, and it's a clip of a guy run over by the train. And you know John lives right next to the track. You've heard it in the videos, or when he's on video, and you'll hear the train. You can throw a football from his front door to the track. It's that close. And you don't even have to have a good arm. That's what I'm saying. So evidently a dude decided it was time to go, and right in front of the crossing right there with John's house. You can even see John's house in the corner picture. And I was like, dude, that sucks. But I would definitely be out there looking at that just to see what was up.
He'd be out there in the metal detector, be like, "See, get any fillings or anything."
Yeah, such a permanent thing to possibly a temporary thing.
Yeah.
But myself, I'll be dropping a Walmart video either tomorrow or the next day. I just filmed it before we went live here. I'm still in the process now of my road to 1K. Everyone that's been participating with videos, I appreciate it. Again, everyone, I'm asking you to film a video where you spotlight 2 or 3 of your favorite channels. Not spotlighting me doing a Buffalo Bills victory dance, as much as I appreciate the Bills winning and me celebrating, and you deciding to help me celebrate the Bills' beautiful victory over the god-awful Miami Dolphins. Hello, Flo. I appreciate that. It will get you into the duck race, but only one entry. You have to spotlight some channels to get yourself 3.
Could you show us those dance moves again live?
Negative. No, that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. I appreciate the offer, Brian, but like I said to E earlier, when you have a family get together and you have a DJ or some music, feel free to invite me over, and I'll cut the rug for you, no problem.
Okay. I heard after that video went up, James Gunn hit you up and asked you to do a video for the next movie that he's doing.
Yeah, then he fired you right away.
I unfortunately signed an NDA, so I cannot confirm or deny that James Gunn and I are in negotiations for the new DCU.
I'm thinking Peacemaker 2 opener.
I'm thinking somebody's got to be the new Drax.
Dr. Van Hu uploading as we speak. I appreciate that. Drac has joined us. Adrian, hope that you're doing well. It's funny, of everyone that I know that's in the comic book community, Adrian and I are the closest, and yet we have yet to meet. Hopefully one day. With that being said, everyone, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If I don't see you, gentlemen on the panel, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to you and your families. I appreciate your time, like I always say, and everyone that's in the chat, all 21 of you that's hanging out right now, everyone that catches this on the rewind, I appreciate your time. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Please don't drink and drive, and have a great weekend.
Bye.